Hey guys! Welcome to Make a Bliss Monday. We are His Own Abandoned Ministry out of Nashville, Tennessee.
And Louisiana.
And today we are talking about a topic that we've talked about actually a lot over the years, and we recently reread a article that Verily Magazine had put out, and it just brought the topic up again. And that is the shame of desiring marriage and not being married yet. So, I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, I've wanted to be a wife and mom since I was a little girl. It's been a very strong desire of my heart. And there can be a lot of shame that's wrapped around that desire, but not having that yet. And you can feel like, gosh, did I do something wrong? Is it all my fault, or what's wrong with me? And we can go into those places of just of shame, of letting ourselves be covered in that.
Mm-hmm. I think on the other side, the shame of desiring marriage, it's something that I think sometimes even I have been scared to speak. If people ask me, well, that question, what do you want to be when you get older? I've gone on many dates and people have asked me, what do you want to do with your life? What's your biggest desire? And inside of me, I'm like, I can't tell them my biggest desire, because I'm ashamed that my desire is my desire to be married, to be a wife and a mother. And I remember finally flipping that switch and being confident enough to say that, because I realized I want to be true to myself, and I want this person who I'm going on a date with to know exactly who I am and what my desire really is. My desire is not to be this huge, well-known Christian artist. It's to be married, to be a wife and a mother. And I remember I started saying that on dates, and they're like, so, what do you want to do with your life? I would just say, well, honestly, my greatest desire is to be a wife and a mother. And, you get mixed responses, because, we live in a culture that on one side for women, being a wife and a mother is not enough. They see that as, that's it. When I've had sister-in-laws, so they tell somebody, and it's what do you do? I'm a wife and a mother. Anything else? It's that's just not enough. But we should not have any shame for that desire, because it's natural and it is very good. Mm-hmm. We need people to get married, y'all.
Yeah. One thing I want to say, especially to the ladies who are not married, it is not a reflection on you. It's a reflection on our culture. And I think right now, and we went through this for years. I'm kind of coming out of it now. I'm getting married, but
she's helping us through it.
But there's this big question, I think, on a lot of single ladies' hearts, and it was a question on my heart for so long. It's what am I doing wrong? And there might be things that the Lord wants to heal in you first, or have you work through first. But if you're single and you have friends that are getting married, it's not because you are just doing something horribly wrong and you can't figure it out and they can figure it out. It's not that. It's a mystery today why some people are getting married earlier, some people are getting married late. It's really a reflection on our culture. It's not a reflection on you. And the fact that you want to be married is beautiful, because it means you're in touch with your feminine heart, and it means that you're in touch with what God made you for. So it's not something to be ashamed about. Either way, if you're not married or if you desire marriage, it's good. It's a beautiful thing. So,
and I think that's something, just to kind of wrap up, is that as some of you guys have learned a lot about theology of the body and the feminine genius, and we're not going to go deep into that today, but we're made to be in relationship. We're made, every man and woman is called to be a father and a mother, whether in a physical capacity or spiritual capacity. That's part of our intrinsic identity as beloved sons and daughters of God the Father, but that is also part of our hearts and as human beings made in the image and likeness of God. So it's not a bad thing. We'd love to hear your guys' experience with this. Have you felt shameful for desiring marriage and not being married yet, or for just straight up desiring it in general? So just share with us your guys' experience. We'd love to hear. Come find us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram at Via Zone, and Twitter at Via Zone Music. And thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.
Bye.